curiosity till the day I die. Until the day I die. Until the day I die. Coffee with Bud and Big Daddy sauce. Coffee with Bud and Big Daddy sauce. Holding me up. Coffee with Bud and Big Daddy sauce. 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 Send me up. Coffee with Bud and Big Daddy sauce. Sunday mornings at night. Coffee with Bud and Big Daddy sauce. Tune in. Sunday mornings at night.
Sunday mornings at 9.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Bud and Big Daddy Sauce. Today is the 22nd. It is NASCAR Cup Racing Day. Are you excited, Chad?
Good morning, Bud. I am excited. We got a pretty good setup over in our garage. I think we're going to be competitive. Probably won't win it, but consistency for points, that's what we're after.
And I will not be racing because my PS5 HDMI port is not working. I took it to a local business Tuesday or Wednesday and asked them if they could have it fixed by Friday. They said they'd see what they could do. Well, they called, said, "Oh, we got it fixed." I go and pick it up, happy, excited. Cost me about $117. Come home, plugged it in, nothing. I touched the HDMI cable on the back, and I saw on the TV, it saw a source, but it didn't show the PlayStation 5 emblem. And then I just touched it and let go of it again. That source went away. So the problem is not fixed. So I'm going to take it back in Monday and see if I could get it going. If not, I'm in trouble. But,
Yeah, we might have to try troubleshooting a couple of different things real quick before you take it back in. And if what we troubleshoot doesn't fix it, then it definitely is that port without a doubt.
And not being able to sign out of that PlayStation might pose an issue. I might have to contact PlayStation directly.
Well, if you take it back to them and they can get it up and running just for an instant for you to log out of the thing,
That'd be
then
the best thing to do, yes.
yeah, yeah.
'Cause they
Either
said
way.
they had it fixed. They had it drawn up. So we'll see. At any rate, like to touch up and say thank you to all of our sponsors. We've got a group of guys, great group of guys that really help out with New Velocity Racing, and behind the scenes is where a lot of things and unrecognizable, and we need to give acknowledgement. So I would like to definitely thank the Eastside Engine Works, Unique Waterworks LLC, Dragon Magic Productions, and August 5 Designs. And I'd like to thank all the drivers that are involved in every one of the series. This series is for y'all. This series is about the drivers. It's for everyone to congregate, have a great community to get together, like-minded individuals who enjoy racing, don't or can't do it professionally in these kind of types of cars, so we gather and race what we watch and enjoy to watch. It's a passion. A lot of us take it serious because, I mean, after all, we do spend a lot of time and money to create events, make rules, create the graphics, make the arrangements, and provide the platform for everyone to enjoy. So,
Yep.
with that said, Chad, would
We
you?
appreciate everything you do for us. Also, yes, thank you to all the drivers. Um, you do make New Velocity Racing what it is, what it will become, and thank you to everybody who is watching, or I should say listening right now on the New Velocity Racing YouTube channel where this is being broadcast. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and if you would, hit that notification bell so that every episode on Sunday morning that comes on, you get notified when it starts. With that said, I guess we can kind of go into last Sunday's Cup race and talk a little bit about the Echo Park Cup Series. I I'm gonna brag a little bit. I won that. Haha. It took a lot of work, a lot of patience to get up through there. Echo Park is not an easy track to drive, even though it is considered a super speedway. But it can get tight, and through that dog leg, it's a little tricky. Everybody's got to learn to groove with that, even if you're on that outside. I think we did decent.
Yeah, it was a good race.
Still some things to in the right direction. So,
Absolutely.
with that being said, anybody that's listening that wants to come on in and check out New Velocity Racing and maybe join up and get into the racing league and do whatever, we're still growing, we're still learning, we're working out the details. The game is not giving us everything, all the tools we need to give it the best platform that we can give our drivers. So we're having to do a lot of workarounds that are a little funky, a little constraining, and a little bit of a headache, if you will. We're racking our brains, and the good thing about MVR is not only is Bud putting it all together, but he does ask for opinions. He wants people thinking outside the box, giving any kind of details, and then he works for the best details out of that. Just because you suggest something and we don't use it doesn't mean we're not listening. We do appreciate everything everybody has suggested to us. But anyway, to the Cup race, we had some good driving. Uh, I guess I'd have to go back over a few things and look how the results came out. But
The results I have right here in my grubby little
oh, there you
hands.
go. He's got them.
Oh,
Go for it.
yes. Of course, Big Daddy Sauce with the victory. Seaman with second. Third is Rob. Fourth is Max. Fifth is Bellamy. Sixth was Dirkowitz. Seventh, NVR Squidbilly. Eighth is NVR Blazer. Ninth, AMS Driver X. 10th is Bull Brit. 11th was Dark Urple. 12th was Honda. 13th was Uncle Howdy with the fastest lap, extra 3 bonus points. Typhoid's Fever with 14th. Yours truly Bud with 15th. Burnsy with 16th. Radical coming in 17th. And Surfing Bird with a disconnect. I feel for Surfing Bird because the last 2 races he has disconnected, and that is maybe 3. That seems to be they were both times late in the race, so he finishes 18th. I noticed that is sometimes an issue. We have had other drivers as well. I think Typhoid might have disconnected, I believe, from the race as well, or one of the races this weekend. We had others as I
Yeah,
believe
disconnect.
right at the end of the race last night. I believe Driver X lost his connection on the game as well. So
Yep.
that is a big issue, and I have personally sent an email addressing that very issue as the league owner. Let them get an idea and tell them. I told them, you can't host leagues and such with this type of disconnects. It's just not fair to the gamers at all.
Well, not only the disconnects, but we've had wheels that disconnect also.
Yeah.
Last night we had two of them also.
Well, that's what I'm referring to is the disconnects, not
Yeah.
just from the game, but the wheels also.
Yep. It's I don't know if it's a server issue or if they have bugs in their software or whatever, but yeah, that's all got to get worked out from on their end, and drivers are taking hits for it.
PlayStation cooties.
Yeah. So we did the ARCA race on Friday night, Bud. You want to talk a little bit about the ARCA race?
Sure. That was the Chris's Marine 200 at Talladega. Quite a fast track. It was some good racing. There was some four wide. The field ran really good the first half of the race. It was everybody pretty much laid back and settled in, and there wasn't a lot of action going on. And then everything picked up, and then the patience was wearing thin. We have Squid Billy with the fastest lap and the win for the day. Go Bucks was second. Durf Diggler third. A new group to the NVR NASCAR, ERA Jakey. And then Real 360 Christie in fifth. Lil Southey in new driver to the NASCAR series, R.A. J-Set, coming in ninth. 10th was Bull Britt. 11th was NVR Surfing Bird. 12th was Bigdaddysauce, Lucas. 15th is Seaman. 16th is X-Gamer. 17th Radical, and coming in 18th was Maynard. I believe Maynard had a disconnect, if I'm not mistaken, on that track that day.
It's possible. Yeah, we had a really good start to that race, nice and clean, got settled in. We had a caution, and then we just kind of like, the old saying, cautions breed cautions, and just kind of getting a little antsy, especially towards the end. And yeah, all in all, though, it's typical super speedway type stuff, if you will. But I wasn't running for points, so I ended up dropping to the back because I did not want to get in there and cause anything for point type people. So just kind of backed off there and just settled in the back and watched it unfold. But not bad. We'll go ahead and go over to the
watch. It was a great race to watch because I watched it from three drivers' perspective. I watched three different streams on the same screen. Say that 3 times fast.
I'm not even going to try it.
And it was wonderful because I had great perspective of everything. So last night during the Xfinity race, I thought, well, let me watch both and share what I view with the New Velocity Racing community on the New Velocity YouTube. So I shared that 2 screen views, so we'll see how that goes. I would love to have multiple drivers' views to share at once. That would be spectacular. So I'm going to see what I can do tonight for tonight's NASCAR race. As that I am not racing, I will stream the race on the New Velocity channel on YouTube. You can also get to the link on newvelocityracing.com's website. Pop in, check it out. We have a trophy room, music catalog, photos from drivers for previous races, previous series. We have a trophy room, and you can check out the schedule and just pop in, give it a look-see.
And you can also register.
Absolutely. If you want to join the community, just please click on Join the Community, fill out the short questionnaire. which helps us understand a little bit about you, what kind of driving you do, etc. Give us a little tidbit about yourself, and we will proceed from there and hunt us out or seek us out on PlayStation. Bud dash DMP dash Bud dash 11, and then Big Daddy Sauce 53. Also AMS underscore driver X. Reach out. We'll see what we can muster up. Come race, hang out. We host some public lobbies, not as often as we've discovered that a lot of the public lobbies can get quite chaotic and unnecessarily violent. So we rein in. Not to say that we're better than anybody else, but I prefer to race with folks that like to race, not wreck.
Yep.
And I believe that's the same mentality that majority of the MVR drivers have.
I agree. All right, let's go ahead and go into yesterday's truck race that we had at Darlington.
Yeah, Darlington was the Generac 200. There were a lot of great back and forth racing up in the front during this race. It was a lot of racing all over the track, but kudos to ERA Lucas with the win and the fastest lap, and as well as ERA Jakey got second place. That's nice to see newcomers coming in. They're fast, they're respectful drivers, and it's good to have you all in. Thank you. Coming in third was Blazer. Fourth, Seaman. In fifth, we had Dark Urple. In sixth, X Gamer. In seventh, another ERA newcomer. His name ERA J Set. In eighth, Big Daddy Sauce. Coming in ninth was Real 360 Christie. In 10th is Jeffrey. 11th, Surfin' Bird. 12th was Bernsey. 13th position, Bull Britt. And in 14th was Driver X. And that race was an interesting race to watch. I enjoyed watching that one. I believe that one is the race that I shared two views, the view from Squid Billy and I believe the view from Driver X.
Oh, I thought you did that in the Xfinity, not the
Oh,
truck.
you are correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the Xfinity was last night, which is the next one. The Xfinity was the Amazon 200 in Phoenix. That was a pretty good race to watch. We did have a couple drivers that had a hard time getting the tune right on their car. Some of them were looser than a goose. So it was a little difficult for some. I know that Wall reached out and grabbed a few drivers.
But we had a hell of a finish in that race. That was awesome. It was green flagged. They got to the finish line, but the drivers that had the setups, the drivers that were running good, all got up to the front there at the end, and there was a good battle for the lead, getting ready to come down on that last lap. Jeffrey had to hold off Lil Sethy, and Lil Sethy had a good car, so he was a coming.
Lil Sethy got the fastest lap, so he got the extra 3 bonus.
Yeah, he was coming.
The top 10 were all competitive. All of the top 10 were just they were all right there. It was great competition.
I'd like to personally thank my Pegasus drivers in that race last night. When you give the rundown on the finishing order, we had 4 of the top 6 spots, and that's, as an owner, you'll love to see it.
Indeed. Speaking of the rundown, winner of the Amazon 200 at Phoenix was Jeffrey. And like I said, Lil Sethy came in second with the fastest lap. AMS Driver X with third. Blazer with fourth. Christie with fifth. Radical coming in sixth. X Gamer in seventh. Mr. Maynard in 8th, Seaman in 9th, rounding out the top 10, Typhoid Fever in 10th, Mr. Squid Billy in 11th, Bull Brit in 12th, Mr. Durf Diggler in 13th, Surfing Bird 14th, and Hood in 15th. I believe there were 2 drivers that disconnected in that race as well. Unfortunate, but that was a good race. That finish was the green flag finish, great to watch. And that is on the New Velocity YouTube channel with a 2-car view. Check it out.
Definitely check it out. Also, remember that there is a website. Anybody can go to it at any time. All kinds of good information is there, updated as much as possible. You can check point standings, schedules, and a lot of the other good stuff there. www.newvelocityracing.com. Great website. Bud did a great job creating that, and it's just going to grow and get better as it goes. It is an awesome thing to have a website. It's nice. It's a thing that everybody can get to and
The
take part.
centralized location of the information, I think, just makes it that much more accessible for everybody all the way around, whether you're involved with NVR or not. It gives everybody an opportunity to go there and view the points. As they're being updated, you can view them. You can view the garages of the different series and view who's in what garage. Each garage has their own logos and tells you their manufacturers. The race schedules for all 4 series are available. Uh, New Velocity is also getting involved in other events on the Gran Turismo 7 side. We have some information that will be available real soon. As soon as I get that information back from Hot Air. Hot Air, I'm poking you in your ear. So we'll have more information available on that coming soon, as well
Very
as
cool.
other updates and more photos. And I'm trying to get some race photos from the NASCAR, but you really can't get anything except screenshots. So I'm hoping to have all the drivers' cars available for their website or for their drivers' garages as well. Working on that. More information. It's coming. There'll be a lot of changes. So just
Everybody, again, hope you're having a good cup of coffee or whatever it is you enjoy to drink, tea whatsoever. There's a lot of people looking in on the podcast right now. We'd like to say hello to everybody. Again, hopefully you're having a great morning. So we've got some rule changes that are taking place. And these rule changes are because, again, like I said, the platform in which we're racing in isn't giving us all what we need. And that this is a startup league on a brand new game. Between the two and the combination together, we're having to adjust some of the rules as we go along to accommodate for the best driving possible. And Bud, if you want to, go ahead and go over a few of those rule changes so that the audience knows where we're at.
absolutely. There were a few changes only merely because of being this is the first year that we're doing this series. There are, like Bigdaddysauce says, we're trying to work out the bugs and work with what we've got. So, with that said, there are 3 new updates that are rule changes that will be addendumed to the rule book. Passing below the yellow, we're going to keep to old style racing, old schooler, just for this season to stay above the yellow on the infield line. I understand there are some tracks like Phoenix and others to where you cut across on the infield. But what we have seen is, during the super speedway races, guys that have gone below the yellow and come back up sometimes come up too aggressively, and this is very similar to that type of a situation. And instead of going back down to a bottleneck type situation where everybody fans out and then comes back into a tight exit out of that location, to prevent cautions, we're just going to make sure that everybody stays above the bottom line yellow, whether it's red, yellow, blue, stay above the line. It keeps it fair for everybody else. That way there's not a lot of cautions being created, because that is just something that will feed cautions. Things next year, however, that rule will probably be washed away. It'll be strictly as NASCAR does it. The second rule addendum is the restarts passing before the start finish line. There's some guys that have, once the green flag drops, they have stepped out of line and tried to pass before they cross. And another big update to the rules, there is no more bump drafting whatsoever in the NASCAR series. This bump drafting has become a serious issue. You can maintain a car length's distance behind a race car, run half throttle, and go around the track just fine, and will not lose position. You don't have to be right up on that car, because when those cars are going left and right, because they're so finicky, and this game is the way it is, when the cars are going left and right, especially with some of these folks that are having a hard time keeping a straight line with their car, it causes wrecks. Somebody gets hooked, somebody gets under somebody's quarter fender, then around they go. This has happened time and time again. And so we are no longer going to be allowing bump drafting. There may be incidences where you get bumped, but that shouldn't happen. Rear ending should not happen to that significance. So the no bump drafting allowed. And of course, this is the week of full-fledged penalties, so just keep that in mind. Don't go below that yellow line on the infield bottom of the track. Restarts, do not step out of position before the start-finish line, and no bump drafting. Other than that, the rules are still the same. View those via the website. Through any series, they go to the same rule page. It has a list of all the points, how the points are laid out, and the rules for all of the different series.
Speaking of points, we're going to start not being able to do the points updates as fast as we were before. We now have the incident clips and the review board that is impartial. They are not in the NASCAR group, so that is great because they have no ties to anything, so it's completely impartial, which is awesome. Yep, we love that. So with the races we've been having this weekend, that party will get together and review the clips and determine whether or not anybody is going to get penalized, which will affect the points.
Mr. and Mrs. Claus will decipher who's been naughty and nice.
And then once that's been ran through, then Bud will go through and post all the points so everybody can see where they're at, and those who are not racing in the league, they can see where their favorite driver is currently in the points. I think you said earlier that would be like a Tuesday thing,
yes,
possibly?
They should be up by Tuesday evening at the latest.
All right. So everybody stay tuned for those points. Hopefully nobody gets penalized, but you never know. Bud, you got anything before we're going to go ahead and let Driver X come in here in a minute and give us some NASCAR spew. We love our NASCAR spew.
Here comes that alien.
You got anything before he gets going?
Well, no. I actually, let's bring in Driver X. I believe he's he's got some good info today on some of the NASCAR races that's been going on. I haven't watched. I'll have to be honest. I haven't been watching a lot of the NASCAR races because I've been really busy, involved with a lot of other things in real life as well as some of the NVR stuff going on. So I really
I
haven't
agree
been
with that.
following.
Driver, you here?
Yes, sir.
There he is. All
Good.
right, driver, give us a good rundown of the awesome stuff that you have.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting here and when you guys were started talking about me coming in and doing some NASCAR, I was just like, you know what, I'm the Jimmy Spencer for the MVR group. For
There you
NASCAR
go.
news basically.
What are you saying? We can barely
But
get you in and out of the car, or what?
these days most likely. But no, these two, the truck race and the Xfinity race, both of those races were phenomenal races. All the way to the end, battles three wide to the at the end, 4 or 5 lanes deep. The truck race between with Carson Hocevar and Kyle Busch, those two together, Spire Motorsports, those guys, they can get some wins together. If Carson didn't have a lot of damage to his vehicle, he would have made a move on his teammate, but he was happy to go 1-2. And the everyone was a little confused if Carson was going to do some donuts with him because he was kind of sitting there at the line, letting Kyle do his burnouts. Then once he got done, he went over, gave him a little fist bump, and then went on his merry way. But yeah, that was a great race. They were on the high side the whole time. The middle lane was actually a preferred lane this whole weekend so far. So maybe we'll see that in the Cup Series as well today. See if that middle lane gets as good as it was for the other two series. All right, that's going to take a while to get used to the O'Reilly series. Uh, but no, so Austin Hill, obviously a dominant super speedway driver. He was leading the race. Chastain started coming in at the end laps around 25 to go. Chastain took over for a while. Him and Sheldon Creed were working on the high side. They were 3 wide almost the whole last 15 laps of the Xfinity Series. And then Chastain got in the Hill, almost spun him. Hill made an amazing save on the last lap. And Sheldon Creed ended up working his way around Chastain to get his first Xfinity Series or O'Reilly Series win and his first career win altogether. That was a great moment for him and for everyone who's a Sheldon Creed fan. He's been dying for a win. I'm excited to see what today's Cup race is going to bring with us, especially with all the Cup drivers who have done races already this weekend to get that track time, understand where the track's the best at. So might look at some names, maybe Kyle Busch, Hocevar is another one for sure. Maybe them two can work together again, even though they're not same team for Cup, but still running the same manufacturer. So, well, yeah, that's it. Oh, and then the last thing too is, for a while we had a teaser. We thought Dale Earnhardt Jr. was going to run the Daytona 500, as his wife Amy told him the night of the Daytona, was like, "You should race next year." And he was kind of like, "What?" It's all on his Dirty Mo channel. You can go watch it. But the only reason why he brought it up, he said, was because everyone blamed Amy for the reason why he dropped out of NASCAR, and he wanted to show that she was not. She was actually pushing him to get back into a car, but he just has no intention of getting a Cup car. He has ran O'Reilly Series races in the past years, but he doesn't want to get to a Cup car at all, unfortunately. But I think with Johnson's last Daytona 500 next year, it might be a conversation he can actually get talked to. That'd be cool to see those two legends go out together. Yep.
That would be.
But
Be interesting to watch.
it would. But that's all the NASCAR news I got today, Joe.
Well, question on the Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a fear from his perspective, to a certain extent? Not that that's the sole reason.
I don't think it's a fear. I think it's where the equipment's at. I don't think he is a fan of the Gen 7 car and the safety of it.
I agree.
And I guess you can say it. Yeah. I guess fear could be a little bit because he's had a lot of concussions in his career.
So do you
Yep,
think
and
this has a lot to do with the fact that he doesn't have a Cup team in the Cup series? Because I heard that
well,
that might be coming, but the funds aren't there yet.
well, the funds could be there down there, and I think the goal is to is if they can win the 500, then they know they can build cars that can win other races. I think is where their mindset's at right now, which I think is a high standard, given that at a super speedway, especially at the 500, the biggest race of their season, one of the biggest races of their season.
It's like a gamble for
all-
that one race.
Yeah, Allgaier, he's shown speed both races. He's led both races, but he's been wrecked out both races as well. This year was his fault. Last year's was not his fault. He was caught up in someone else's wreck. But yeah, it's hard to put that, I guess, that achievement on such a big race. But I think with this year, I think they might have a little more optimism because they did qualify a lot higher than what they did last year. Last year, they didn't have the speed that they thought they were going to have. I think they qualified like in the back half of the field, and this year they did the opposite. They qualified in the top half of the field. So they definitely moved in the right direction. So it'll be a few years. Big time. It'll be a few years before they do anything in the Cup, I think. But
Well, I believe
I don't
what
know.
they're doing now, they're learning now more than anything, really. I mean, they're taking in
Yes.
information, data, and with the changes that have come, they have advanced and grown greatly.
The one thing that I see that also helped them this year compared to last year is also the new Chevy body. The old Chevy body was very outdated. Chevy was actually really falling off performance wise because they didn't make a new front for the Gen 7 era. They kept their ZL1 front for way too long, while these other drivers they had a flat front and then the Fords and the Toyotas kind of started getting more rounded fronts, giving them more aero advantage. Because you could see it from their seasons.
Well, did
You
they not go
know,
from the arrow to the flat for pushing, and then now they're going back to the arrow again? So are we going to see a decrease in the pushing that everybody's doing? 'Cause
I don't think you'll
did
see
watch
a.
that
I don't
race,
think.
how everybody settled behind each other and just rode, and they
Well,
weren't nut to butt right up on each other's butt. They were half a car length back, and just riding and going. That was awesome to
well,
watch.
well, that right there, that's a whole different conversation right there. That's actually we could talk about that with some more NASCAR news if we get time to continue this
We're
because
gonna go ahead.
because that was a kerfuffle with the Toyota teams, with them holding up the field 3 wide for a while to make sure that they had enough fuel to make one more stop. There's a lot of drivers that were upset about it, and I think NASCAR is going to put a stop to the manufacturers or drivers holding up the race like that because they were doing like 50-40%
Yeah, they
at
weren't
the
moving
front of
very
the
fast.
field. And no one could get around anybody because they had it perfectly gapped.
Rolling roadblock.
So, Bud, we have a poll up on the YouTube channel, and the question was, are y'all enjoying the content here? Coffee with Bud and Bigdaddysauce podcast. We got some votes, and all are 100%. So that is good news. We like to hear that.
Indubitably.
Always give us your feedback. We would like to hear from every one of you. It is much appreciated and welcomed. We've had a total of 15 on and off on the channel this morning. Pretty good turnout. We are live on the Discord, Bud and Coffee with Bud and Bigdaddysauce. If you'd like to, we're gonna open up the chat. Come on in, chat with us, shoot the wind, if you
Shoot
will,
the
and
breeze, drink the coffee,
yeah,
and tell some stories.
for about another 20 minutes. I mean, anything you'd like to talk about, as long as it's with reason. Come on in. I'd love to hear you.
Pull up a chair, sit on the floor.
We got Mark in chat. I don't know if he wants to talk or not, but
Good
he's
morning,
here.
Mark.
How you doing, Mark?
Good morning.
See, we got a bunch of snow here in Ohio, or not a bunch, but we got more of that white crap here in Ohio. You got any down there?
Yeah, we got not even pretty much a dusting right now.
Yep,
Ready for it to be over with.
I heard that. We just got rid of all that snow we had from that snowstorm back in January. And Bud, you can come up here and get some of this. You're
No.
running low.
No.
Bring
We don't believe
bring
in
that
this
warm
stuff in
air
South
up here.
Texas.
Need some of that Texas warm air.
There you go.
Yeah, we need to trade you a little
Well,
bit.
somebody left the door open up there last night because we had a cold front move in. It's going to be here for a day or two. So y'all close that door.
That's probably me.
That's Canada. We need to close that dang door. They keep sharing with us.
Shred, that's your door. Close it.
But yeah, I'm kind of ready for some 70-degree weather. I'd like to put some shorts on.
I know yesterday was up in the mid 70s. It feels beautiful outside.
Oh yeah, when you get in the mid 70s, yeah,
The humidity's just right. You get a nice little cool breeze that blows through. It was a beautiful day. A little overcast.
yes, sir.
In fact, you can probably hear the breeze blowing right now.
Now I'm about to step outside for a second, but yeah. Anybody else out there want to join the chat? Come on in.
Come on.
Love to hear from all of you. Got your coffee? Want some coffee? I'll give you some coffee.
Right?
Bud, what are you drinking?
I drink H-E-B's Taste of San Antone. A wonderful blend of a little bit of cocoa, just a touch of hazelnut, and a touch of cinnamon. It's delicious. Not strong flavor as far as overpowering, but it's delicious. I'm going to have to put a little link in the website for this coffee. It's really delicious. I wonder if HEB would be down for that.
Yeah, they could be.
I'm looking at the schedule for the truck race, and I believe we have Rockingham next.
I believe Rockingham is next. That's a tough track to run. Tame the Rock.
Bouncy track. A lot of bumps in that track. My worst part on that track is there's where they put the safer barrier and it's coming out of that turn. There's a little hump in there.
Protrudes
I
out.
seem to always I kind of like to just reach out and touch it every once.
Oh yeah.
Like don't touch it, but I do.
It'd be
Yeah, 'cause
an
like you come out of
interesting
that
track
corner,
for me.
the car likes to push back to the left. Sometimes you get really close to that wall and smack it.
Yeah, for all those that are listening, the truck races are like a fixed setup. Everybody starts off on the exact same setup, and then when a caution comes out or you make green pit, you get to change your tire pressure and your wedge, kind of adjust the truck just a little bit to try to suit your driving style a little. I'm sure everybody at Rocky.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting start until everybody pits and adjusts their car for sure.
Yep, get out there, ride along, kind of like fall in line a little bit. If somebody's a little slower, you might pass them, but other than that, just kind of ride it out till that first pit stop. And kind of a long race, just kind of settle in and get your truck worked on and get out there and then mix it up.
Braking points will vary as well with folks with different tire rates. We have some guys that'll have worn out tires and some guys that won't. So everybody's braking points will be different too. So drivers will have to keep an eye on the traffic in front of them pretty good. Just like driving in the car behind in LA, you got to look way ahead of you because you can't just watch the person in front of you.
We have a new guest. Who do we have? Do we have a new guest? I thought.
Blazer.
That's me.
Are you getting the motorcycle out today?
Oh, hell no.
No?
No, not today.
Is it cold?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yep.
Blazer, y'all did a good job last night in that Xfinity race. I love the way that y'all up there in the top 6. That was beautiful. Yes,
Oh,
Trump
thank
would
you.
say it was beautiful.
Got to thank Jeffrey for my setup. Jeffrey helped me out.
Teamwork.
That's teammates do, yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, we have our driver meetings in our own garage before each day of racing so that we're all on the same track. And it's nice to hear from the guys if they've got any suggestions and setup, if you will.
Well, that's good that team garages take it upon themselves to have their own meetings to make sure that they're all on the same page and have the same expectations.
Yep.
That's good structure, good organization.
Yeah, I probably could have finished third in that, but X was on a mission at the end, and I just moved over and let him go. He was way faster than me, and I just got out of the way.
Well, he was running for points. He's running a full series anyway, and that was the proper thing to do.
I believe he got caught up in a situation and he was working his way back to the front. It took him a minute to get back up there, but he did.
Well, he got caught up in one in the middle of the race. It was kind of wicked. You still here, X?
Spectacular crashes.
Yep.
You want to talk
Yeah,
about that little incident?
There was a few of them I was involved in, to be honest with you. Some of them wasn't my fault. Some of them it was, I guess you could say
One of them was
mine.
my fault. One of them was my fault.
Yeah. One of them, Squid completely dive bombed me and C-Man. And he said we broke too early, and I actually just went back to the replay, and me and C-Man actually broke at the last orange marker in that turn, which is way later than what we normally do. And Squid didn't even break at all, basically.
Ooh.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that replay.
Well, no, I just made the replay. I haven't even posted it yet. I mean, it's already
Probably
past
seen it from
time.
a different angle, though.
Yeah, but there was a different driver, I think,
Oh,
shared
was
it last
there?
night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's because I was just like, because I mean, from where I break, it might be a little bit sooner than most people, but my braking is a proper turn to get down to that yellow. I didn't see anyone else getting down to the yellow as good as me, C-Man, Sethy, and Jeffrey, really. Everyone else
Christie
was
was doing pretty good.
overbraking.
Christie did pretty good. He would dive down in there by the.
Every time I was around Christie, I always hung him out in the high side, so I never really get to see him.
Well, he was trying to be respectful at the same time. If
Oh
somebody
yeah,
was
no.
coming up
I
on
did have
him,
a little bit of aggressive driving early at the start. The first 100 laps, I would say I was a little aggressive. But I started kind of calming down there at the end.
Yeah, just trying to survive and get towards the end of the race to get the best finish everybody could try to get.
Also, too, I want to apologize. I gave Sethy my setup. That's the reason why he was so quick, by the way.
There's that helping crap.
Sometimes it bites.
He's never done a setup, and he tried a few setups. He couldn't get him to work, so I just gave him mine, and it worked out for him. So
I thank you, driver, and I'm sure he thanks you, and that just goes to show right there that hey, we're willing to help y'all if y'all need the help, want to race. And be so.
He sent me a message like halfway through the race on PlayStation. He's like, "This car's fast as fuck." He's like, "Yep."
That's good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah, I love racing at Phoenix. and the better battles I could have, and we all can have, it's good. Seth, he knows how to drive. I wasn't worried about getting him set up and him being an issue. So
It really does matter and is appreciated when you get new guys that come in and do show the respect and do show the due diligence of, if they don't put themselves in a terrible situation 3-4 wide where they really shouldn't have. They should have just rode behind. They don't force issues. They've been respectful, and I appreciate that, and I'm sure everybody else appreciates that as well. It just makes for better racing all around.
And that's what NBR is looking for, is for new drivers that are respectful. And some of them are RA guys have not finished up front. They mid-pack or whatever. And it just shows that even if they're still learning the game and stuff, they're still respectful on the track, and that they're not over pushing it and making the aggression to cause the incidents that we are wanting to get tamed down enough to get the true competitive racing that our audience deserves.
Exactly.
But it is coming around. We're work in progress.
I believe the level of competition is still fairly high. I mean, we have 60 some drivers registered in the NASCAR series at this time.
Throughout the whole,
Yes.
4 series, yeah. Phoenix is not one of my favorite tracks.
I believe there
I'm
are
looking
a few
forward-
drivers that do not care for Phoenix very much at all.
I'm looking forward to the race. I'm forward to trying to get the best finish I can and just call it a day. I won last week at Atlanta, and I'll take that and just ride off into the wind.
Right.
do we know how long this race is? Oh,
100%. How many laps?
312 laps.
But
Oh,
each lap
Ouch.
averages how many seconds, though? 31, 32?
No, about
Yeah.
20, about 27 and a half, I would say. 27 and a half.
Well, for some people,
28.
Well, I'm talking about the average driver.
28
2
then.
laps a minute.
28.
Okay, 28. 28 seconds. So maybe a little under 30 seconds a lap. So if you divide the laps by minutes, I mean, you said how many laps?
312.
So
least
divide it in half.
At least like 2.25 hour race.
About an hour race, a little over an hour.
Oh, not definitely not an hour.
Yeah.
It's going to go a little over.
The average NASCAR race is 3.5 hours. So it's probably closer, maybe 2.5, 2 3.
Oh, we don't have any stages, so.
And the cautions chunk.
depends on how many cautions there are.
Which,
Now,
Yeah, but our
Which
cautions go
technically-
faster than theirs do.
do cautions?
yeah,
take
exactly. I was
3
going to say, yeah, it's.
Yeah, and I'm just
definitely a
saying,
lot
though,
faster.
The more cautions we have, the faster it's going to go.
Yeah.
Now the cautions that's if a caution comes out on lap 57, the green flag comes out on lap 160. Is that how it's been going thus far?
Each track differs.
I was kind of curious.
At the
about
super
that.
speedways, like we had Talladega, it could only be maybe 2 laps, and when you get to something like North Wilkesboro, Bristol, Martinsville, it's going to be even more laps than that because of the time it just takes. Yeah, the time it takes to go around the track. Yeah. So you could probably click off a little more laps at the dinkier tracks. This one's probably about two laps per caution or so. But it should be fun. It should be interesting. I'm gonna ride to survive. That's my goal.
Well, I will be ready for those green flag runs.
And remember, everybody, there are no qualifying for here through the rest of the year. It's reverse starting order based on points. And if you did not race in the previous race, for whatever reason, you will be starting in the back, as those who have raced the race before you deserve the actual qualifying order.
Correct.
So just be ready for that, and remember, we'll set up the lobby and call the drivers in based on thing, and we'll get it all put in,
And
get
the
together, and
drivers have been very cooperative about entering the lobby when they're supposed to.
oh yeah, it's
Once
working
we
out
convene
great.
with the drivers meeting, then everybody hangs tight before they exit to their garage chats, and we set up the lobby. Drivers enter according to the lineup. Once the drivers are in, then they disperse to their own team chats. We take a short recess to let everybody go to the bathroom, have a smoke, do what they need to do before the actual race. And drivers can't leave the lobby. You must maintain in your position. And then the race starts at a set time, and it's been working out pretty well. And I thank the drivers for their cooperation and their patience, as this is, the first season we're doing this on a new game, a game that is missing so much that it should offer. And we just do what we can with what we got, as we've done with Gran Turismo 7, creating the NASCAR League in Gran Turismo 7, where they offered nothing about Gran Turismo. I mean, excuse me, about NASCAR. Gran Turismo did offer nothing about NASCAR. So, just we're trying to do the best that we can with what we've got. I apologize for anyone who feels that this they don't like this rule or that rule or how we're do this or that, but I try to please everyone.
Yep. So stay tuned. There'll be lots of other YouTube channels from some of the drivers, in car, if you will. One of them is Big Daddy Sauce 53 Space Racing. That is my channel, so you'll have my in car from that. X, what is yours?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
What is your YouTube channel?
Oh, it is AMS Driver X.
On YouTube, and I believe, Bud, you have Squids.
NVR Squidbilly, NVR underscore Squidbilly on YouTube, and then the new Velocity Racing YouTube channel. And
We'll probably do a 3-screen split for this.
Absolutely. What I can, I'm gonna during the drivers meeting, I will ask those that would, if any of those that have are streaming, if they would please give me their stream information. I will put it up so that we could have multiple car perspectives on the new Velocity Racing. We'll see how that goes. I've never seen it done before. I did it last night and it worked fairly well. So if we can get more drivers up, that would be wonderful. We can have a multiple car visual throughout the whole race.
Bud, while we're still live here, I cannot change the closed captioning on this. Check to see if on your end that you can do that. Because right now there is no closed captioning.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but you have more of the technical support on your side than I do mine. Again, thanks for all that voted, that you're enjoying the content. We love it. I'm trying to bring you the best content we can and all the information, like we're doing now with the open chat, involving everybody, because that's what New Velocity is all about, is getting everybody involved and let them kind of talk about anything that they want to talk about within means of being respectful. Again, every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Central, this will air, and we'll do our best to stay on time as much as possible. Check out all those, www.newvelocityracing.com, the website. It's awesome. Go check it out.
Changes happen all the time on the website. The schedule.
Bud? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the schedules are available. Links to the podcast and previous episodes. Check it out.
How about them sponsors? We love those sponsors.
Oh, yeah. I want to thank Unique Waterworks LLC. We love you, Ronnie. August 5 Designs, Eastside Engine Works, and Dragon Magic Productions. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Also, check out the music on the website. Some originals. Me and Bud co-wrote together the All Gotta Drive song, which is the NVR theme song, and kind of proud of that one.
Absolutely. It was fun to create that. We took All Gotta Drive. We created that from the Bad Company.
Inspired by
the Bad Company song by Five Finger Death Punch. It does, but it's definitely a different sound. And it was voted to be the New Velocity Racing theme song. So it will hold that position until another one is voted on again in probably about a year.
And I'd also like to say that I have heard that our theme to the podcast for the NVR Coffee with Bud and Bigdaddysauce, that theme song that's played just before we go live, it's kind of catchy. I've heard that, Bud, that some people kind of like sing with it because it's catchy enough.
If I'm not mistaken, Blazer's wife likes singing it, doesn't she?
I believe it's Seaman's.
Is it Seaman's wife? Well,
yeah.
Okay, I like it.
So we're going to shout out to Seaman's wife. Keep singing it. We like it too.
Indeed. With that said, I believe we're going to close out and call this one a wrap. Everyone, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, listening, and for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, pass it around, tell everybody tune in. Again, tonight I'm going to try to stream as I did last night, giving a multi-car view perspective of the race. So tune in tonight. That is at 4:30 or 5 o'clock Central, 6 Eastern is the race start time. If anybody has anything that they would like to add before I close the door.
Nope, just like to thank everybody for tuning in and being part of the show and giving us your opinions on how we're love to say thank you very much. Hope you all have a great Sunday. Enjoy tonight's cup race. Love to see you there.
Coffee with Bud and Bigdaddysauce. Coffee with Bud and Bigdaddysauce. Only me.
Sunday mornings at 9.